Let's try to add x-axis to this chart. In the previous video, we have seen how to color this bar chart. Now we are going to see how we can add an axis to this column in the Visual Code. For this, we are going to, in the update function where we do have this constant x and y axis, we are going to use this x-axis x variable, and we are going to make this as one constant variable, which we are going to mention as x-axis. And for this, we just need to import one method from the D3, which is going to help us to create this x-axis. Now for this, we are going to axis bottom is one thing which is we can use it, and in this x-axis where we have created this, we will just call this axis bottom, and in this bracket we are going to mention as x scale, means whatever x which we have created here, as you can see this x is there. Basically this axis bottom method from the D3 will do all the internal scaling of this x-axis which is needed, and you can see means whatever the values which we have given, like data point, category, and all those width and everything will be taken from this x, and it will be assigned to this. Now we need to create an x-axis as well. For that we need to have an svg element here. So here we are going to mention as this dot svg dot append, and we are going to create another grouping element which we are going to use it here. And for that we are going to add one variable which is private, say axis. So this is we are going to create, and we are going to assign this x-axis this svg element. Now here once we have added this x-axis, now what we are going to do is we are just going to call this axis element, which is call, and in this we are going to mention this x-axis. Now we are just going to pass this x-axis properties, whatever it is having here, and we are just going to call this in this axis svg element. And now let's save this, and we'll try to see how this works or not. Coming to this, if you just try to refresh this now, you can see this is something which is x-axis is has come, but it is at the top side, means you can see this is something which is coming here, which is at the top side, but we don't want to do this at the top side. We wanted to have this bottom side. So let's see how this can be worked out. Now to make this work out, we need to add some attribute, and for this we are going to use this attribute, which is we are going to mention transform is one thing which is we wanted to change it. And in this we need to use the backquotes, and we are going to use the translate here, and we'll just mention as 0 as a starting point. And we something we need to specify dynamic. For that we are going to use height, and we will just try to save this, and we'll see means how this works. Now you can see this x-axis, whatever it was there, it was has been moved down, because that's what means it is doing, means whatever the height which is for this complete chart, it is just moving down by that height. So we need to just to make this working out, just to using some height proportion. To make this work, we'll just try to reduce some heights. Let's say means I will just try to reduce height as 20 from this particular bar here in this x-axis. Let's try to means after adding this means just subtracting 20 hour height. Let's try to see means how this works. Now you can see this x-axis has been come here, but we just need to somewhat down. So what we are going to do is we are just going to reduce the height of these bars as well. For this, we on the y-axis we are just going to reduce the height by 20, and here as well we are going to reduce by 20 here as well. And we'll just try to save. Now you can see this is x-axis has been come properly. You can see at the bottom it is properly aligned now. This is how it works. And this all this x-axis means this is just a sample visual code means which we have just tried, and I just wanted to get some understanding of the visual code. Means in this module we have just created all this particular chart. We have done this chart with the custom code, and I just wanted to you get understanding of this chart. And we will in the next video we will see how we can package this particular code which is we have created in Visual Studio, and so that our visual custom visual appear similar to what these visuals are there.